Hi. This is the SNEWS Button. I'm the only one here at the moment. We'll worry about that shortly. In this show every week, we talk about movie, TV and pop culture news. And we also have another podcast called Just Another Retrocast, which covers stuff that we loved from our childhood. Generally, that's released on Thursdays. So if you like that sort of thing, perhaps give that one a listen. Right, where the hell is everyone? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SNEWS Button, episode number 18, with Mr. Paul Brown.
Hello there. Are we really 18?
18.
Wow.
Go out and have a beer.
No one shut us down yet. Brilliant.
Mr. Ross Murphy.
Good day.
And me. I found him, which is good news. Which means we get a podcast. Have we got any messages from anyone this week, Ross?
No, we have not received any electronic mail.
Okay. I think we should probably advertise this a bit more.
Yeah, email us, but more importantly, write a review on iTunes or something.
Where do they email to?
Podcast@thesnewnetwork.com.
I think we need a PO box for the Retrocast.
Do you think? So people can send us stuff?
They can send us a
or
postcard.
Or not send us stuff.
Write to us at.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do people do that anymore?
Well, that's the whole point. It's a Retrocast.
Ah, I see.
Send us a letter to BBC Television Studios, SW1.
I love that you used to be able to do that. That's great.
Brilliant.
And you too can have a Blue Peter badge.
And Philip Schofield will show your best drawings. Do you remember that?
Oh, dear.
We're not on the Retrocast yet, though.
No,
so
we're not.
Let's save that.
Right, so yes, we will have a Retrocast coming out this week. We'll be talking about fads and stuff from the 80s. So, yeah, have a listen to that on Thursday at some point, or Thursday onwards. For now, though, has anyone been watching anything interesting?
I've been watching, I don't know, I think we mentioned it last week, The Thick of It. Still
it.
Going through all of that, and then Ross mentioned that there's talk of a new season coming out.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's apt, timely.
Don't think I've ever really seen any episodes.
Oh, you should get
really
it.
Kind of passing me by a little bit. The missus watches it.
You should get into that, and W1A. It's a similar sort of thing, but from the media angle, it's really good.
Hang on, was that W1A or
W1A? Sorry, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a
A.
northern thing.
No.
Trying to be funny.
W1A.
There you go. Right, so yeah.
That and John Wick. Finally got round to watching it.
Cool.
Ridiculously shit fun. Yeah, it's just
right shit fun.
dreadful. It's right shit fun.
It's not dreadful, it's brilliant.
It's bad, but it's
brilliant.
Fun. It's good fun. It's not a good film, it's good fun. I enjoyed it. But that's it. I'm looking forward to watching the second one. But yeah, that's me this week.
Cool.
What about you, Ross?
I've started watching Ken Burns' new documentary about the Vietnam War. It's 18 hours.
Wow.
Jeez.
But it's not worth talking about on this podcast, is it?
Why not?
Well, because it's not really like...
It's 18 hours. Are you going to give a brief summary on that?
No, I'm only episode 3.
Who's the person putting it together?
Ken Burns, he's a famous American documentarian.
Okay.
He did those massive documentaries of similar size about...
like World at War and stuff? Or?
No,
No?
that was a
British one,
I think
wasn't
it's an ITV production.
Yeah.
Like, it was either Thames or what's the one from your way? Used to be called?
Yeah, Yorkshire TV, I think it was.
No,
or
not Yorkshire. What thing he used to work for?
Oh, Granada
That's
it
it.
was, I think.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Right.
And so he's done one that he's done them on the American West and their Civil War, and I think he might have done one from the Americans' perspective of World War II.
Right.
But the style of the documentary was used as a pastiche and a caricature in an episode of Community. The one where they have the big the two-parter where they have the paintball fight the first time.
I want to say I've seen it. I don't know. I've skimmed through Community, and I really need to see some more of it.
Yeah, you should go back and watch it properly because it's very good.
I'll give it some time.
It's Rick and Morty before Rick and Morty was a thing.
True. Very true. Is it Dan Harmon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so
proper tooled.
So the normal thing happened. I picked a film that was really good.
Right.
And that was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And those films are just getting better.
I still can't get behind them. I didn't enjoy the first one.
Yeah, but they're
yeah,
so different by
it's
now.
a far different
Is it?
beast to what it used to be. Yeah,
You don't need to see 1 or 2. If you jump in at 3,
Cool.
then 3's really good, 4's really good, and 5's excellent. And then, so Anna got to pick a film, and she picked M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's The Visit.
oh yeah,
Have you seen this?
I've seen it.
Is that
Fucking
really dark
bollocks.
one? Somebody turns up and...
No, right. 2 kids go and stay
What
with
a
their
twist.
grandparent. I honestly cannot believe it came out of the cinema. I do not believe. I cannot.
It's a shit TV film, yeah.
It's I thought it was a Netflix original.
It
Once
belongs.
You put it on.
I'll tell you where it belongs. It belongs with a release in the same year as the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, it's one of them.
It's done that style.
If it was 10 years ago, it would be much better.
and which
Or
is
more,
probably
20
more like 20 years ago
actually.
now. But so it never looks like a film because it's shot on. The reason Blair Witch Project works is because it has that found tape vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas this is for, right. Most of the time, you just ask the question at this point: why are you filming?
Yeah.
Because they do that thing where you go, "Oh, I understand why you're filming here because you're making a documentary of visiting your grandparents," and then you go, "Why the fuck are you still filming?"
Yeah.
And the two lead characters are a young actor and a young actress, and the girl's really good, and the kid wants punching in the face.
He's always one.
Like it just,
He's not that
he's
bad.
fucking awful.
Oh well,
He's a bit like the kid in he's exactly like the kid in Last Action Hero. He wants punching in the
He
face as
does.
well.
by another child.
Yeah.
Let's make that very clear.
Yeah. Like if I was a kid, I would have punched him. If I was at school with him. But yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible
You
film.
must
I
have fucking
cannot
hated
get
the
over
ending.
how good the reviews are on the internet.
I thought it was just kind of like tongue-in-cheek enjoyable, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. In honesty, it's one of those films that I kind of secretly quite enjoyed, but it was only because I was absolutely...
I hated
don't know,
it. I
just had
dozed,
nothing else to
I
watch, I
dozed
suppose.
off. It put me off my dinner. And
What were you eating?
just having a roast dinner. It's Sunday, isn't it?
You don't want to be put off a roast dinner.
No, and you just start watching a film where there's just actual shit involved, and you're just like, "That fuck this shit."
Yeah.
That reminds me, I'm just going to text the missus and remind her that she's got potatoes boiling on the stove.
I don't want them
Sorry,
getting
listeners,
ruined.
just one sec.
Probably just cut this out, Chris, instead of
Might
apologising.
just leave it in.
But I looked on IMDb, and the reviews are really divisive because it's got an overall review score of 7, which is insane. And then you read down through the reviews, and they go, "Oh yeah, this is a horror. This is a really good horror film." And then every other review is like, "This is an absolute hot mess of garbage."
Speaking of
1
kids,
star.
I
Getting-
think it holds together quite well. In honesty, it does what it sets out to do, doesn't it? It doesn't try and be anything it's not. It's a found footage movie
Yeah, but it's
starring
just,
2 kids.
found footage doesn't work now when it's just an
No.
SD card and it looks like a high quality TV program.
yeah.
Yeah. But what a twist.
Well, it was fucking obvious, wasn't it?
Was it? Did you guess it?
Well, no, I went, an M. Night Shyamalan film. So what's the twist? And they're like, "Oh, go and meet the grandparents." They're not the grandparents straight away.
Spoiler alert.
No, fuck it. I'm not spoiling anything. This film's garbage.
But yeah, go on, Paul. I thought you were
Oh
gonna say
no, I
something.
was just saying. Speaking of punching kids, there was a similar. There was a mutual.
Look, we've all seen
Oh,
Grange
shit,
Hill.
where's this
Yeah,
going?
yeah. No, it was a mutual friend of ours on Facebook this week. Gave a very brief review on the series Bates Motel. You know, the
Oh, yeah.
prequel series.
Yep.
The whole thing that's going on at the moment. He says, "Can't express how much I'm enjoying Bates Motel at the moment. Also, equally cannot express how much the kid who plays the main character needs pistol whipping across the fucking nose."
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I won't give his name out in the podcast, but yeah, I totally agree.
Oh, have you started watching it?
I did do. It was okay. It was a good series, but again, he just needs a fucking annoying.
Come on, Chris. Tell us the 4 million things you've seen this week.
In
Any
actual fact,
posters? Good posters?
I've not really had much time because it was my birthday. And
I was going to
stuff,
say,
and
you must have been seeing all sorts of weird things on Saturday night.
I was out, yeah. Saturday night?
Was it Saturday night? It was, wasn't it?
It
Saturday
was
night
Saturday
and
night,
early
you're
hours
right.
of Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's all a bit of a blur.
Yeah.
Thursday through Saturday. I didn't actually catch up with the world until Sunday, so I watched Stephen King's 1922 on Sunday.
Good.
I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
It's a very slow burner.
Well, it will be. I'm guessing he's covering the entire year.
No.
No? Oh.
Well, in the eyes of this one person, actually, yes.
Oh,
you're right.
good.
It is most of a year
All right, cool.
for this one person, but yes, it's not a 365-day long
Be
movie.
a mess, wouldn't it? Not.
It would.
Yeah.
It's not a Ken Burn documentary about
No,
the
It'd
Vietnam
be like
War.
watching Big Brother, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm not watching that.
Deep South Big Brother.
Just 100 monitors of fucking pigs. Brilliant. Anyway,
So
there's
yeah,
a generalisation of a part of America. Yeah, but hey, they're that far away. I don't think they'll be bothered to come over and hunt me down. So fingers crossed, eh?
fingers crossed indeed.
We love you, America. Keep listening.
Definitely though, 1922. Put it on your watch list. It's about a farmer who wants his wife's land, so he conspires to kill her and talks his son into helping him, and then it happens, and he just ends up being haunted by his dead wife.
I thought that's where it's going, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's very, very dark in places and quite creepy.
I watched the trailer and thought, nah, it's not my cup of tea.
If you want a film that's going to go boom, 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 then probably leave it alone. But if you can handle sitting there, if you enjoy Blade Runner 2049, for instance, you can probably handle a slow movie.
Cool.
And it's not as long, but yeah, maybe
Cool.
stick it in the same basket. Less flying cars, though,
Oh,
because it's
Flying
1922.
cars are cool.
flying tractors?
None of those either.
No. Flying pigs?
No.
They better learn to, eh? Get
Is
away
that it,
from
Chris?
all the,
Nothing flying. I can't. I can't think.
Mate,
of
you
anything
barely
doing
had
that.
planes that flew in 1922, mate.
Okay, right. Should we have some news?
Yeah,
Yeah. Go on,
tell
then.
us the week's news,
What's
Chris.
been going on, Chris?
Ron Howard has revealed the Han Solo spin-off movie title, Ross.
Yeah, it's just Solo, isn't it?
Solo, a Star Wars story. Is that surprising?
No, not as shocked in the
Do you care?
slightest. No,
No. Does the world care?
no.
What the hell's going to happen with this film? It's not possible for a Star Wars movie to just pass everybody by. Not with a ridiculously large number of people watching the Star Wars Episode 8 trailer. It's like the most amount of views any trailer has ever got in the world, isn't it? So
Yeah, I think that might have just been smashed by Taylor Swift's latest video or something.
but that's not a trailer.
No, good point.
What's she been doing then?
Just sings a lot, doesn't she?
Is this the bloody "Look What You Made Me Do" song as well?
Maybe.
That's fucking awful. That sounds like somebody has just literally like
I think it had 1 million views in 4 minutes.
what?
Fucking hell.
Wow.
That's not a bad. 7 billion people live on this planet.
Yeah, it's very good. But yeah, that song, it sounds as if somebody's taken a bunch of like random recordings from a studio and just stuck them together to make a song
That's
on
probably-
her behalf.
That's probably what's happened.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
It does happen.
And she's going to end up having to sing that on stage. She might be fine
I
with
don't
that.
feel too sorry for her. I think she's doing quite well out of it.
Isn't she supposed to be a country singer?
It's meant to be. Yeah, I was quite surprised when I saw her listed recently as a country singer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but they
do I know
have
about
that in America,
country?
don't they? Like Glenn Campbell's a country singer, but he's a pop star,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, true.
But I would have put him in that category. It's that sort of soft country, isn't it? It's
But at least, people usually retain something, like Shania
Yeah.
Twain, for instance.
yeah, she's still got that twang.
There you go. So yeah, Han Solo. Can it
Yeah.
fuck off?
They could have just called it Han. I was just reminding me of a really funny tweet. Somebody got rinsed on Twitter for giving Gary Lineker shit. People troll Gary Lineker all the time, but he's a fucking national treasure. And then somebody replied like comparing, like saying you don't like Gary Lineker is like saying you don't like Led Zeppelin. And this guy
What?
replied, he was like, no, I don't think Led would appreciate that. And he just got fucking rinsed because they're never Led. They're always Led Zeppelin and sometimes just Zeppelin. if you know what context you're talking about. But
Isn't that...
people were like just saying to him, maybe he thinks it's a guy called Led.
Yeah. But I thought that was the point of the joke. Perhaps he was trying to make the Pink Floyd joke.
It's like Iron Maiden. You don't call it.
Oh
you call them
yeah.
Maiden.
Somebody's reply was, I downloaded an album by Pink, and I was really disappointed that it wasn't about.
Saying that though, talking about music, Pink's new single is bloody good. Pink and Eminem. What's it called?
I don't want to
think
know.
it's called Revenge.
Oh, we should stop talking about
Yeah.
music
Yeah, we
straight
should,
away
but
now,
anyway.
especially new music. We're a bunch of crony middle-aged men.
I've got to
I listen
confess,
to the radio a lot.
never really been bothered about Led Zeppelin.
Really?
If it's Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath, I'm Black
Do
Sabbath.
you mean lead or yeah?
Leds.
Yeah, Leds.
Sorry, you what?
I'm more into
Oh
the
yeah,
black,
black. Oh yeah.
and the iron.
Trying to think of another one.
Don't worry about it.
The Deaf. Quite like the Deaf. Right. Anyway, we should probably move on. Poster news, because you guys love poster news.
Wind it back, Chris. We
What?
were talking about Han
Jesus.
Solo, and you
Were we?
haven't mentioned a logo.
I was going to say, we build up to that. I mean, you don't want to climax too soon. We're what, 10 minutes in?
I'm
And
gonna
your,
give-
your points bang straight for the posters.
Do you want
Right
some,
for the money
do you want
shot.
some logo news, Paul? 'Cause
Yeah, please. I like a little bit of
They've
foreplay.
named the Star Wars movie Solo, but they've also done the logo thing where it's in the sort of Star Wars, not in the Star Wars font that comes up at the start, but when they
Yeah.
do it in the it says Star Wars and
Yeah.
it says Solo in the
Come on,
middle.
tease me with some
I've not
potential
seen
future.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tease me.
but
with
you
some-
know exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like how we're like it says Star Wars in small, and then it will say like the Empire Strikes Back in the middle. They've
Yeah.
done it like
Cool.
that. But with just one word, with 4 letters, Solo.
Right, what can we expect then for the future bad tattoos at the
Poster
world?
news.
Have we got straight
Is that
to
what you
poster
mean?
news? No, I meant logos. I mean,
Oh, you mean the Han Solo logo?
yeah. Is that? It was just. Are we not going to do any more?
No, I just
That's it.
thought
That's
I'd
it.
steal some logo news off of
Cool.
Chris.
Go for it. Right, we can look forward to that. Sit on every idiot's butt cheek. Go on,
That'd be
carry
the
on.
worst tattoo in the world, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
people won't get that tattooed on them.
No, it'd get Han's face or something. With it'll be the actor's face with Judas written across his forehead. But yeah, that's what he gets for bloody dobbing in the directors for trying to make a comedy. I can't do on the spot comedy, so I'm not comfortable. Danny Glover's really good at it.
Yeah, it's the
Is
wrong
that the
direction.
story?
Yeah, that happened.
Cock.
So he went to Disney and said, "I'm really not comfortable with this. They're making me do like 20 takes trying to find a funny one. The other actors are doing all right, but I'm just really struggling with it." And then Disney came along and said, "Well, that doesn't sound like what we're expecting from this movie. We better go and have a look at the footage." And that's why they shut it down and kicked him out.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, I
though.
hate him even more now.
It's his fault.
What, you wanted a comedy from Han Solo? then?
I just don't like bellends like that messing with like the director's art.
Yeah, but does it sound like it was going to be any art?
Mate,
or was it
the
just going
funny-
to be bollocks?
Some of the funniest bits in the original Star Wars trilogy are just from Harrison Ford being Han Solo.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's
But,
because he's a fucking superstar.
but they didn't force the comedy there. It wasn't set out to be some cheeseball movie. It was set up. Yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up. Go on.
come
Poster
back-
news. Poster news.
We'll
Give
come
me some
back to
poster.
that poster news because
Oh,
this segues into what we were just talking about quite
Fucking
nicely.
tease.
So if you want to make a comedy of something, Taika Waititi's bloody Thor Ragnarok is getting some amazing reviews. That kind of shows that a comedy Star Wars could have worked, I think.
Well, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy proved that Star Wars can be funny.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mate, even the new Star Treks are funny. Apart from the bad one. Like, the second one's not funny, and it's dark and gritty and trying too hard to be Empire Strikes Back, and then that's what makes it not funny. But the first one and the third
Do you mean
one are
Star Trek
funny.
Discovery?
No, the films.
Oh, the films. Okay. You think the second one's trying to be Empire Strikes Back?
No, it's not trying to be Empire Strikes Back. It's just trying to be the middle dark one of a trilogy. The second act of a trilogy has always got to be the one that leaves you in peril, doesn't it?
Yeah. I see what you mean. So that is going to be a trilogy. Is there a third one coming?
Yeah, it's already out, mate.
Hang on. Star Trek, Into Darkness, and Beyond.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Have you seen Beyond?
I've only gotten halfway through it.
It's really good.
Simon Pegg co-wrote it, didn't he, or something?
Yeah,
Or,
it's really good.
There's a reason why I've not gone back and watched the second half of it. That might be the missus's fault. Actually, she's gotten into Star Trek Discovery now, so perhaps I can talk her into it.
I haven't watched this week's one yet. So
No, nor
we
have
won't
I.
talk about it.
Nor have I, but yes. Okay, so yeah, Taika Waititi's Thor, it's going to kick off a 3-movie Hulk story.
Oh,
Because they can't have a solo Hulk movie. So, have you guys read any Incredible Hulk comics?
No.
I used to, and I'm just tired of them trying to reinvent the Hulk, and it's just getting bloody silly.
So, where have you gotten? Did you do any of the Planet Hulk stuff?
What, with the comics?
Yeah.
No, I mean, with the movie franchise, it did my head in.
Right.
Yeah. Is that what we're talking? Are we going to Thor?
Yeah, Thor,
With the
like
movies.
Avengers age, rather than like back to, what's his name, Lee, that did Ang Lee.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interestingly, so Mark Ruffalo has sat down with Kevin Feige
Yeah.
and basically said, you know, I've got an idea for a Hulk arc to spread out between these 3 movies, and it's like this, and this, and Kevin Feige's gone, I like that, and it's going to happen. So, yeah, there's some really interesting characters and stuff with World War Hulk. So what happens is, Hulk, when he's been fired off to this planet Scar that he's going to be in Ragnarok, is kind of in the comics, he gets fired up there by the Avengers and Hank Pym and what's his name that runs the Fantastic Four.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Should we give him a name?
So he thinks he's been fired up there by the Avengers.
Lead, yeah. Lead was that it?
Anyway, look, he thinks he's been fired up there into space by... No, he was fired up into space by the Avengers.
Reed
Richards. There we go.
It just fell out of my face, that.
So the good guys have shot him off into space on purpose, and he just ends up on Scar by accident in the comics. And
it's funny how that if you fire something into infinity, it eventually ends up somewhere.
And at some point or another, the ship that took him there, after he's done the gladiatorial games and everything on Scar, the ship that he's gone there in blows up, and it looks as if it was blown up by the Avengers. And when it blows up, it kills his wife, and he's had a kid by then as well. And
who, the Hulk?
Yeah. So he comes back to Earth with a group of like aliens and stuff, and takes over the Earth. And there's the storyline's called World War Hulk. So I'm wondering if they're going to try and wrap that into the.
But this is going to be phase 4, isn't it?
No, they're going to wrap it into the Infinity storyline.
Are they?
Yeah.
This film's going to be 18 hours long and directed by Ken Burns, isn't it?
But I did wonder if they could use Hulk as part of the... Because Thanos is going to have his crew of cronies coming down to Earth, like cleaning out a load of stuff. I'm wondering whether or not they could use Hulk as part of that somewhere along the way or something. I don't know. But do you know where Red Hulk comes from as well?
Nope.
Okay, so there's a big mystery in the comics and as to who Red Hulk is, because it's not Bruce Banner. It's a different character entirely.
So I wasn't sure about that. I did wonder.
And it actually turns out in the comics it's... spoiler alert, just in case this does come up in the movie, but it turns out it's General Thunderbolt Ross.
That means nothing. That's not a spoiler when you don't know who General Thunderbolt Ross is.
Oh, okay. He's the...
Other than that's what I've changed my name to now. I'm just known as Thunderbolt Ross.
In the Ang Lee movie, the guy that's... Okay, he's dating a girl who's the daughter of a general.
Oh, the guy who's in... yeah, I know who you mean. He's in loads of military things, isn't he?
Yeah,
he genuinely is like ex-military or something, isn't he?
Don't know. But
so.
Yeah, so he's been in the more recent Marvel movies as well as this character.
Oh, right. Okay.
So he turns himself into a Hulk during the World War Hulk storyline and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm wondering whether or not...
Us all this. No, you told us all this.
Yeah.
How are they going to do this now as they don't have the license? They just have to put characters in that...
They can use him. They can use the Hulk, but only within their movies. Paramount won't allow them to do a standalone Hulk movie.
But it sounds like they're trying to make a standalone Hulk movie.
But they're wrapping it up in the storyline of the other movies.
Right, okay.
So, yeah. I'm wondering if Martin Freeman's character is going to end up being the Red Hulk. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
If that happens, I apologise for my prediction in advance. But there we are.
So about
was this on the podcast this week, or have you got anything about the Black Panther?
Black Panther, we did it last week.
Did we talk about the Black Panther poster?
No, don't think so.
Right, so the Black Panther poster.
Fuck me, so I'm getting double teamed here.
Yeah. No, you're gonna get some, all right, so you've got some logo news, but now I'm going to give you some poster news.
Go on.
Right, so Black Panther poster's come out, and it's one of those stupid posters with 4 million heads on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
no.
the only white actors in it are Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
So they're they're the token white guys, but they're actually the Tolkien white guys.
Tolkien white guys. Excellent.
Again, not mine. Stolen
Like it.
from the internet.
Cool. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And Taika Waititi has basically come out and said, yeah, he'd love to do another Marvel movie, but he won't touch a Star Wars film. For much, I think, the same reason as what we were sort of discussing earlier on. He just doesn't think that they'll give him the creative
But it's funny, isn't
abilities
it, how
to make a film.
basically the same studio do the same thing.
Yeah.
I suppose it's different in it because Kathleen Kennedy's running Lucasfilm and she gets like carte blanche, doesn't she?
It's got to be cookie cutter Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking annoying me because it's there's so much they can choose to do, and then they're like, well, let's do a Han Solo movie. We'll probably do an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. Then we'll do a Yoda movie. then if you're really lucky, you'll get a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah. Oh, there was a leaked Lego set showing Boba Fett escaping from the Sarlacc pit.
What?
This week.
But they're just doing a set called Boba Fett Escapes from Sarlacc Pit.
Sarlacc pit escape or something. Yeah.
Oh, mate, that I'm not keen on many Lego sets. We've spoke about Lego loads, but that's instantly got me like going, I want that. Has it got a beak? Please tell me it hasn't got the horrible beak.
You'll have to look at the pictures.
I'm going to carry on talking.
Okay. We may as well stick with Disney, I suppose, or at least related properties. So, the new Mutants. There was a trailer this week.
Yeah.
And that looks pretty interesting. So
I'll
it's
have a look.
an X-Men movie, but it's a horror.
Really?
Yeah. And it's kicking off a trilogy, apparently. And there is talk of it tying into the main X-Men universe, which they're obviously trying to build out quite a lot. But, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that working.
One of the characters is the girl from Game of Thrones.
Right, yeah.
The Arya Stark.
Yep.
And she's a werewolf type character in it.
Cool. There were some really odd characters in that comic line, and I can see how that would translate really well to her.
What, New Mutants?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you've read it.
In the 80s, I read a few of them and quite liked it, but I couldn't get hold of all the... couldn't get hold of it frequently. But I remember there was one... It was this character that was made out of metal, and he could shapeshift, and not a transformer. He was like slivers of metal.
Right.
It was just really fucked up. And then I remember the wolf girl, and there was just
Her
some
name's
really...
Wolf Spain, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, there was some just... I can't quite remember all the details, but I remember there being... It was quite a dark comic anyway. It had some humour, but it was... Yeah, had some dark moments.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Oh, and the guy that plays the older brother in Stranger Things is playing a character called Sunspot.
Cool.
Who just emits solar radiation, I guess.
Yeah.
Got some bad news for Boba Fett fans out there.
Go on.
That it's not going to be like a little diorama of the Sarlacc pit.
Oh.
It's just a bit of artwork that they've drawn on the box for. There are going to be a Darth Vader and a Lego like figure
All right.
this year. So I mean, I guess you build a Boba Fett out of Lego. I don't like them personally. I've seen the UCS R2D2 and BB-8 and they look rubbish.
Hang on. So what you're saying? There's no Sarlacc pit escape?
No, there's just artwork of Boba Fett firing his blaster at a tentacle.
Ah.
But that's like...
Oh, no.
Is that
the only picture you can find? Is that what you mean?
No, that's what they're saying is on the box. And it is a box for... It's not like a diorama or anything. It's a Boba Fett. You build a Boba Fett out of Lego.
Ah.
And they're doing a Darth Vader as well. But they'll be rubbish.
It's a shame, then.
Because the R2D2 and BB-8... I mean, who thought BB-8 as a Lego set was a good idea?
Yeah.
He's literally the roundest thing ever.
It's a bit shit.
Don't make him out of Lego, because he won't look like BB... He doesn't look like BB-8. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, right, and Pixar's latest movie. It's coming out next month, and it's got some amazing initial reviews. Apparently, it's going to be one of their best movies.
Which one's this?
It's called Coco. And
is this the...
It's about a young lad, Mexican Day of the Dead. Young lad, his family don't allow him to play music or something. So off he goes on an adventure, probably playing lots of music.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think I saw something about this.
Day of the Dead stuff's quite sort of, popular at the moment, isn't it? You go out on Halloween, you'll see loads of people with, that sort of face mask type stuff on, even in the UK.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some goons out on Friday dressed up.
Is it Friday? Oh,
it's not Friday, but that's the nearest Friday to... Let's get drunk and dress up.
Is it Saturday then?
Be Tuesday, I think, wouldn't it?
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
You're right, yeah. So
Spooky Tuesday.
surely people are more likely to go out on Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not movie news, is it?
No.
Ross, you like DC.
I'm fairly indifferent to comics, but carry on.
You like Shazam, don't you?
Who the fuck is Shazam?
Do you not?
I don't know who Shazam is.
That's a false memory for me then. So Shazam's the little kid that turns into
I don't
Superman
immediately
type
don't like
character.
It's
the
not
sound
like
of
Banana
that.
Man, but without the banana.
Hate kids. I've already explained this once.
I know why it is. I know why you will love it. Because his nemesis, Black Adam, is going to be played by your favourite, The Rock Johnson.
There you go.
Is he called Black Adam because he's black?
No.
I know
That'd be
Dwayne.
racist.
I'm not being racist, and Dwayne the Rock Johnson's not black, but he's.
Sorry, should we just call him Adam?
No. Why is he called Black Adam?
Because he's got a dark soul. I don't know. actually.
Pink David.
He wears a black suit.
I want to see Pink David turn up in something now. Yep.
But director David F. Sandberg has confirmed that Shazam will be released in April 2019.
Cool.
Which doesn't feel like that far away, to be
Nope.
honest. Be interesting to see what happens with the DC universe before then. But yeah,
It implodes on
I was
itself.
just going to say exactly the same.
we shall see. Right, yeah, so Geostorm. We spoke a little bit about Geostorm.
It's not a complete piece of garbage, is it?
Well, you
It
say
looks
that.
like it is.
You
The
say
trailer.
that. I mean, it's been knocked off the top spot at the box office this week by this bloody Maddia Halloween movie. Do you know this Tyler Perry like film series of apparent comedies?
Nope.
They're like
Shit.
They're shit. Yeah, well, maybe.
do you know like Mama's House and stuff that Eddie Murphy
Yeah,
did?
oh Christ.
Yeah, so that sort of
Sort of bollocks.
horrid.
So like a bad Wayne's Brothers movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's knocked everything off the top spot, including Geostorm. And going by the reviews and stuff that I've been watching, I'm not surprised. Geostorm sounds like it's an absolute mess.
I've heard it's not as bad as it should have been.
Right, okay. Well, apparently Gerard Butler, because there's like a year or more between when they initially shot the movie and when they did the reshoots,
Goes from scene to scene looking completely different.
goes from scene to scene with different frame sizes, as in like he's bulked up for another film or something, and different length facial hair.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I cannot
from shot
wait
to
to
shot.
see this movie.
I really want to go and see it.
I'm kind of a little bit inclined to go to cinema to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be a fun day out. But apparently in its opening weekend, it's not even made enough money to cover the cost of the reshoots.
So it's more of a
Somebody's
shit
smoking.
storm than a geostorm, then, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And bloody The Snowman as well. That's
Fassbender.
yeah, I know we said that
That
it was going to
looks
be a shit movie.
It's bollocks,
But
isn't it?
apparently, again, from watching some reviews and stuff, and it sounds like they've made an absolute horrific mess of it. The director has come out and said, look, there are large chunks of this film that we needed to make it coherent.
Mm.
We needed to film certain scenes which we haven't done.
Brilliant.
So we've just stuck it together as best we could and given it a
Brilliant.
general release.
I love it.
Oh dear, that sounds amazing. That would definitely be one to watch at the cinema. I don't know if it's going to be like The Room famous, but
No, do you know what's going to happen?
Go
I
on.
will end up watching this film in about a year because Anna will be like, "Oh, there's a film I want to watch.
and it sets
it's
itself
my
up for a
turn to
sequel
choose one."
as well.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Yeah, it looks like it's a murder mystery in the snow. It's called Snowman. I was like,
There was it's based on a book series, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I did see the trailer and it looks before they'd even announced they've cocked it up massively. It looks shit then. So yeah, just avoid like the plague. I think that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. It does set itself up for a sequel. But yeah, it absolutely flipping amazes me that you've got these shit movies at the box office and Blade Runner is still nowhere to be seen.
But
it's just not making money.
It's not the type of film that people want to go out and watch en masse because generally people want trashy entertainment.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nobody wants to go and watch a film and be mesmerised by a fantastic story and high-end acting. people who want to see.
It's like Citizen Kane or Sharknado, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what Sharknado is exactly what I was thinking when you said the Geostorm thing. It looks like one of those high budget. Well, no, it's not a high budget. It sounds like a high budget version of one of those shit straight to DVD films.
Yep.
And yeah, that's the impression I got when I saw it. I saw the trailer. So oh, fuck.
There we
There's
go.
a weird thing because part of me is like, I'd like to go and see Blade Runner, but it's 2 hours 45 minutes long. And every time I go to our local cinema, shit, by the way, Cineworld. If anybody knows Cineworld, then you'll know that they regularly just do things wrong there.
Like showing the film on the wrong size screen and stuff.
Yeah, just getting aspect ratios and brightness and contrast wrong and things like that.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Having the lights up
there must
too
be
Having
quite
the lights up high during a movie.
There must
Oh,
be
God.
quite a few people that are in a similar boat to. I mean, currently going to the cinema when it's right is still a better experience for an event movie than for me to sit and watch it at home. But I just think in the next sort of 2 or 3 years, if I was like, once I've moved house and I was like, right, I really want that 75-inch 4K TV, and I brought a new surround sound system, I'd probably give up going to cinema entirely, apart from at Christmas to watch Star Wars.
Fair enough. Which will happen in the summer anyway.
Because also you've got that thing where the time to come out on Blu-ray is so small now, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's ridiculous.
But I don't know. I still see Blade Runner as an event movie for me, and I wish more people did.
Yeah,
be
see,
honest.
I just don't know where I'd find 2 hours 45 in my schedule and somebody to go with for that one.
Right. I managed it. I've just had a baby. And the missus came with me. My mother's got the patience of a saint. Anyway, right, so Pacific Rim Uprising. There's a prequel comic coming out.
Yep.
Not that anybody's going to be particularly interested in that, because you guys don't like world-building prequel stuff. But there is talk of it.
No, I've read and seen enough of it to realise it's bollocks.
Yeah, fair enough. You'll probably hate the fact that there's talk of it being crossed over with King Kong and Godzilla then.
See, this is it. That's the only reason I haven't watched the original. I think, all well and good, but I've already got King Kong and Godzilla. In fact, I'm not a big fan of King Kong. I like the Godzilla universe, and even I feel King Kong was trying to crowbar his way into the whole kaiju angle. And now I've got that. I don't need...
Did you like Pacific Rim? Or have
I've
you
not
seen
watched it because I just feel America's just trying to
punching
jump...
each other.
Yeah, but I've got that covered. So, it's
Well, you haven't. They haven't made a good one of those movies for like ever.
Well, no, they haven't, but...
It's like,
Come on,
I've got that
Robotech.
covered by films that I don't watch because they're so bad, they're terrible, and I do a 45-minute review on it.
See, I like Pacific Rim, and yeah, I hope that Robotech is a good film. If it's as good as Pacific Rim, then they're on to a winner, because Pacific Rim is actually a good film.
I want to see really good live-action Mazinger Z.
Right, okay.
That would be incredible. I mean, that's where it all started. That's your original big bastard robot punching the shit out of things.
If we're talking about mainstream like versions of Japanese projects, though, there's always such a worry that they're just going to screw with it. I mean, Akira, yeah, I want there to be a movie, but I'm really worried about it. I think Taika Waititi's being... He is. We mentioned that last week, so Taika Waititi's being put forward for that as well. But that bothers me because all of his films are funny. Or at least they've got humour in them. And Akira's just absent of any humour. I don't remember laughing once.
He might still surprise you.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. But yeah, while we're talking about Japanese projects, Lone Wolf and Cub.
Right.
Sorry to talk about this while you're not here, Adam, but, you know. So, yeah, we're going to end up with a Hollywood version of it.
Right.
Which may or may not be a bad thing. I think perhaps they're riding on the idea that Blade of the Immortal is doing very, very well. The story, if you don't know it, is there's a guy, I think he's a...
Are we talking of Batman and Robin? That's what it sounds like.
No. He's... Right, there's a guy, and he is the
Lone Wolf.
He's an executioner.
Right.
And his family get killed. And all of his family, except for his little baby, like infant son.
Yeah.
And he goes on a tour across Japan, being a kind of hero for hire type person.
Yeah.
All the time teaching his baby how to be a kick-ass ninja.
So basically it's...
Or samurai.
It's sort of like a blend between The Equalizer and Leon.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't sound too bad.
But yeah, but it's got some crazy stuff, like the pram. It's got like, Bodicea style blades on
Blades
the,
coming
on
out
the
the
wheels
wheels
and stuff.
machine guns falling out of the side.
And yeah, I think there's an old TV series of it. We'll have to ask Adam when he's around.
See,
but
Mask missed the trick there, didn't they? They had all the cars and, the bikes, helicopters, but yeah, a pram turned into a battle armoured. That would have been great.
which Mask?
Mask as in like the kind of kids.
M.A.S.K.
Yeah, that's the one. The ones that work overtime fighting crime,
I thought
fighting
you
crime.
might have meant the one with the kid with the big face.
No. I
What
want to
does
see.
MASK stand for?
It's
It's like IMF, isn't it? I know I was mentioning Mission Impossible, but it's like Impossible Mission Force.
Hang on. Did you mean EMF?
No, IMF.
Who are IMF?
The Impossible Mission Force.
Who's that?
It's the team in Mission Impossible.
Oh, right, okay.
They're the IMF.
Right, I see.
Is it multi-action strategic combat or something like that? I know it's
combat with a K?
Yeah, combat with a K because they had to really crowbar that one in there. It's something like that.
They couldn't get away with calling it Mask with a C.
No.
Mask.
Everyone would be like, MASH. I've seen MASH.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Is it a play on MASH? Mask?
Who knows?
Because MASH is done the same way, and it stands for like
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
medical something.
Anyway, let's get back to
Military-
your poster news, shall we? Because there is one for Predator,
Wow.
which is all right.
Yeah?
I think you should go and have a look at it. It's a motion poster.
A motion poster.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a
So it's a little 10-second video of lightning strikes hitting a cityscape, and the lightning, as it comes down from the sky, forms Predator's face in the
it's
sky.
like a what do they call
It's an animated GIF, mate. At this
Lenticular.
point.
A what now?
lenticular. Are you talking a physical poster? So as you
No.
walk past it, it's like those
No, that would be
lenticulars
great,
that move.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, so they've started calling animated GIFs digital interactive posters now. Can't.
Yes. So yeah, a motion poster. We'll link it on our Facebook page. Go and have a little look. So, did you manage to catch City of a Thousand Planets yet, Ross?
No.
No? Luc Besson's got another movie
Oh,
coming out.
you mean Valerian?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not out yet, is it?
Not out as in on Blu-ray or anything.
No.
Is that what we're waiting for now, yeah?
Yeah.
A nice high-def version of it
Yeah.
for your TV. I suppose it'd be a bit shit to watch it and be like watching bloody...
The Matrix.
Or...
My
another Luc
brother-in-law
Besson movie.
watched the whole
Fifth
of the Lord
Element.
of the Rings trilogy on his 14-inch portable in his bedroom. Yeah. And they are shot in super widescreen, aren't they? So they're 2.3 by 1 or something.
Yeah.
So there was more black from the letterboxing than there was image.
I can imagine.
He's like, they're all right. And I'm like, no, they're cinematic masterpieces. You watched it on a 14-inch CRT in your fucking bedroom.
Wow. And the second one is an absolute thing of beauty, isn't it? Those shots with the dragon and the ring wraith on the dragon type beast.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, those big wide open shots and things.
Yeah, I still think the first one's the best looking one. And
Yeah?
it's the best one as well, yeah.
Fair enough. It's the constant
You get to see
peril in
lots
that
of
one
New
that
Zealand.
annoys me, though. That's not really the movie's fault, but still, it's Tolkien's, isn't it?
Tolkien's.
So yeah, Helen Mirren and Luke Evans are on for Luc Besson's next movie, which is going to be called Anna, strangely. Looking to bounce back from the flop that was Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's an action film that will feature the pair in lead roles and a newcomer called Sasha Luce as the title character. So Anna, is it a sequel to Lucy, maybe? Who knows? Did you like Lucy?
Oh, he's made a film called Leon as well.
Yeah.
I like Lucy. I thought that was very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're right with the ending?
It's arty. It's
It's
what
quite
you
arty,
expect,
yeah.
and that's it. And it was an arty action film. It was. Yeah.
I think
I was
that's.
quite happy
I
with
think
that.
I would probably like Lucy. I've not seen it.
Have you not
I should
watched it
watch
yet?
it.
You should
And
give it a go.
I think I'm gonna like Valerian if it's even if it's just only half as good as Fifth Element. I'm just all on board. I think Luc Besson's a very interesting and exciting filmmaker.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
makes
yeah.
very pretty, colourful films that you just enjoy pointing your eyes at.
Did he have anything to do with the one that Christian Bale was involved in? That it was like The Matrix but wasn't. And
Oh, do you mean
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
See,
so.
that was a good film. It just got buried, didn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I think it's got a bit of a cult following, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a
People
lot
know
of
it.
films around that period that had. There's that one that borrowed a lot of Dark Days or Dark City or something.
Dark City.
City.
I watched that.
Again, that's like
that was pretty
really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's even some of the sets were reused from The Matrix, and it came out about the same time as The
I've
Matrix.
still never seen it.
And it's
really good.
And it's just the most. It's just the most culty movie. Like it's literally. But then that happened in the 80s, didn't it? With things like some of the more fantasy type movies, like Red Sonja and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
What's the one with the funny?
Krull.
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 Yeah,
I love Krull. They should remake Krull, definitely. But yeah, I mean, the thing is with Lucy, I mean, it gets a lot of bad press, but it was a massive film. It made a lot of money. So
I think what damaged Lucy is it came out like the internet's too much. Actually, that's not true, because the premise is that we only use like 20% of our brain.
It's a fantasy film. I mean, people get too wrapped up in it.
But we all know now that that's absolute bollocks. But they just, and a lot of people just immediately like, well, that's loud bollocks, I'm not going to watch it, so I'm going to write bad things about it on the internet because I'm one of those knobheads on the internet writing bad things about Gary Lineker. Fuck off, you knobheads.
fair enough. So yeah, I guess that's it. On to trailers.
Cool.
Did you guys catch any trailers this week or anything at all?
Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got a release date.
Right.
17th of November. That was on the trailer.
Yep. I was too busy watching guns.
But it's gun porn, isn't it?
Yeah. Full on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer, Ross?
No, I didn't, because it's something that I'm going to watch.
So yeah, all 13 episodes will drop on the 17th of November. We'll link. Well, actually, in fact, we've already linked to the trailer on our Facebook page the day it came out.
So is this an
stuck it up
origin
there.
story?
Yes, it will be.
Spoiler alert, his family get wiped out by the mob. He kills all the mob. The Punisher. I like the two movies, the two recent ones as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think they're all right.
I don't think No, I've not watched them.
They're all right, mate. They're all right.
Hang on, which one are they? Which ones are they?
One of them's John Travolta's a baddie. I think that's the first one.
Yeah.
And then there's a second Punisher. But I
That's
think
the one with the guy from Highlander, is it? Or is that an older one?
That's the. Are you thinking of the really old one?
Don't know. Where his wife and kid get run over by
I
a
don't
car
know.
on a
The
pier.
guy from The Mist is the Punisher in one of them, isn't he?
Maybe it's him and not the guy from Highlander.
Yeah, they're quite similar
They
looking,
do
aren't
look
they?
very
Yeah.
similar. In my memory, perhaps they've just crossed over.
He's this guy from The Expanse, isn't it? Same guy.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
bloody hell.
But
Okay,
it's not Christopher Lambert.
it's not Chris Lambert.
No.
It's not the Frenchman being Scottish or the Scottishman being an Egyptian.
Yeah, and all that weirdness. Jim and Andy, you guys like Jim Carrey, don't you?
He was funny
I
once.
watched the trailer for this.
Okay,
yeah,
so
this and that does look very good.
Documentary about Jim Carrey.
Not initially meant to be released,
I'm
been
more-
banned for years, and
Yeah.
now he's being released.
I'm more impressed that Paul's done his homework.
Well, this is just something I was generally interested in anyway. It's it was recorded during the making of the film, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
It's a documentary of
the
making of Man in the Moon.
when he got so absorbed by the character, he sort of went off. Yeah, he was off planet for a little while. You know, he's been out of the. He's gone on a different track, hasn't he, recently? And this was the catalyst for it. It was that film that spun him into this whole new sort of journey,
Right.
self journey. And
That's what broke the. That's the
That's
straw
what
that broke
broke
the
him,
camel's
yeah.
back. It's
it's
not the fact that the only thing he listened to during the whole making of that movie was R.E.M. albums.
Dude, that would send anybody slightly crazy, but he went
Is
straight.
that true?
No, there's
No.
just a song, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but
That mentions Andy Kaufman.
It's about him, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's called Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
It's the title. It's the title song for the movie, isn't it? Right. Anyway, yeah.
So it was filmed during the making of, and the studio banned it, so it's never going to be released. It makes you and us look like complete mental cases, and now I think it's quite clear he is a complete and utter mental case, and they're saying, yeah, let's cash in on it. But it looks interesting. It looks really interesting.
He kind of states in the trailer, doesn't he, that
It was his
he
journey.
stayed in character for such a long time, and when he came out out the studio, it was like
He was lost, wasn't he?
wow, who am I?
Yeah.
Who actually am I? So
yeah,
it looks pretty touching, and it's getting a lot of
it's getting a lot of
film
positive
festival traction. So
Yeah.
Again, we'll link that on our Facebook page. And there's a Chris Hemsworth movie called 12 Strong, which is about the first 12 soldiers to go into Iraq after the Twin Towers incident, like Special Forces
You
team.
just call that 9/11, mate. It's got a name.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was very sort of angry about that, wasn't
No,
he?
it's just like you're skirting around an issue that's not an issue there, mate. It's just called 9/11.
I wasn't really skirting around an issue.
November,
Just trying to describe it. But yeah, they the first people to go in and face Taliban forces on horses against against tanks and that sort of thing.
In courses.
It looks very on courses.
Yeah.
Any other rhymes?
I was just thinking that's going to be really restrictive because they're not going to give a shit about what course you're on. They're just going to come at you at all fucking angles. Mind you, if they're special forces, they'll be able to handle it, won't they? So yeah, they can stick on whatever course they want.
Go and have a look at the trailer. It just looks like a terrible film, in my opinion. But
cool. It's because of they're all stuck on a course.
And it's Chris Hemsworth. What's he doing playing an American soldier? Anyway, Chris Lambert can play a Scotsman, I suppose, and
yeah,
maybe it's about the bums on seats attraction of Chris Hemsworth more than anything.
Well, he's fairly A-list, isn't he?
He is, isn't he?
You can't get Ryan Reynolds to do everything.
This is true. And yeah, finally, there's a show called The Alienist coming out next year. I think everybody should probably go and have a look at it.
Alienist.
The Alienist. It's basically
Is
New
that
York.
even a word?
Yeah, it's an old word. So New York City, 1896. There's some murders going on.
So just like today, then, really.
And Police Commissioner Theodore Roosevelt, the guy that became president, calls upon a criminal psychologist to help him out with the murders. So I'm guessing it's kind of semi-autobiographical. We'll have to have a look into this and see if it actually happened. But so an alienist is a term for somebody who studies mental pathology, basically.
Yeah, so criminal psychologist of the sorts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega.
It comes out on the 22nd of January, and Netflix have got the rights for it in the UK. So, yeah, one to watch out for, I reckon. We didn't mention about the Jim Carrey movie, actually. That comes out on the 17th of November on Netflix. So
cool.
that's really soon.
Yes.
So, yeah, also one to watch. Right, should we wrap this one up?
Yeah, go on.
Was that
then.
it?
Yep.
Oh, was short today.
That's because we didn't have long of consnewming, isn't it?
I just remembered I've got something for consuming.
Oh, go on then.
Do you want to put it in the end of the show?
You can add it now, can't you?
Go on then.
I've been playing Battle Royale still. It's fucking brilliant still.
Battle Royale, the PS4 game, yeah?
Yeah.
Fortnite.
I'm doing that thing where I know where games got its hooks in me because I'm watching videos of people play it.
Oh, wow.
To get better at it. That doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Normally I can just do it by osmosis, but now I'm just going, I'll go on YouTube and find some hints and tips.
Right, so it's Battle Royale as in the old movie, so a bunch of kids get stuck on an island.
Well, there's no kids, is there? There's just you. Right, so, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Oh, I see. But your sprite isn't a child.
No, it's not a child.
Right.
It's just a third-person shooter.
Right.
Where you...
but you have to forage for everything.
You just get dumped... There's this thing called the battle bus. It's a hot air balloon, but it's just like an American-style school bus sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it randomly flies across the map.
Right.
In a straight line. And there's 100 people on the bus, and you jump out, and none of you have any weapons.
So you have to go all Bear Grylls, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's a massively multiplayer online free-for-all.
Yeah, it's quite a large-scale shooter. It's not an MMO, but that's semantics at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm quite regularly getting in the top 10, and we won our first game. I won my first game the other day.
Right.
And it's just fucking fantastic.
How do you win the game? By killing
You're
everyone else?
the last person alive.
Right.
Wicked.
So, first person to die, do they have to sit there and wait for the game to be over?
No, you can straight back out and start a new game.
But can you sit there and watch the action going on?
You can flick through. You will... When you die, when you die in a squad game, because you can do it in duos or in teams of up to 4 as well.
Right.
When you die, you'll go into spectator mode of the person that shot you,
Right.
and then if he dies, you'll just hop to that next guy.
Right, I see.
But when you're playing squads, you can move to one of your teammates, which is quite useful when you're doing party chat, because you can be like, "There's a guy up in the window there you might not have seen."
Do you know if there's any third-person shooters out there that do ghost option? So you can basically just hover around and bother people intermittently, and maybe nick things off and move things around. That'd be wicked.
Yeah, but you just get people would just be insufferable pricks.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. But if you opted into it, like there was an arena for that, and you were prepared to take that challenge on. Anyway, I saw an advert it was last night actually, for Call of Duty Returns to World War 2.
I'm
Are you on?
Going to be playing
Thought you might be.
Out of that.
Thought you might be.
Probably only
got
play the
tanks?
single player.
Fuck loads of tanks.
Lots of tanks.
Probably Sherman tanks.
It could be anti-tank.
There'll probably be Tiger tanks in there. There'll probably be all sorts of German panzers.
Sexy tanks.
You're a German panzer. Right. Paul, where can we find you?
Oh, just skulking around the usual place. I say that. Rocket Punch Collectables and Curiosity are both very quiet at the moment. I have got lots and lots of stuff to upload at the moment, but I'm sort of been ploughing all my time into two different things. One, Comic-Con arriving, and obviously I've just had a little baby girl. Not me personally, my wife pushed it out. I didn't do that bit, but I'm still around to do nappies and listen to screaming.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm up to at the minute. Yeah. I think that's the way.
Penny up for some noise cancelling ones.
Yep.
Phillips do a really nice set, less than £100.
Cool. I think that's definitely what I'm going to invest any profit into. Yeah. But yeah, Comic-Con
so
coming
buy
up.
Paul's stuff and help him ignore his screaming child.
Please help me. Yeah, so that's on the...
That sounded a bit desperate there, mate.
Yeah, a little bit. On the 4th and the 5th of November. So if I'm still alive then, I will be there. Come and visit. And SNEW with the crew may well be loitering
We'll
around.
be loitering on the Sunday.
Good.
Definitely.
So you'll find us there. Ross, other than,
We can find you on the PlayStation Network.
Oh, just find me on PlayStation Network playing Battle Royale.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go and find him and hit him with a saucepan.
My name's somewhere on, if you look at
rosscobaby. It's tagged
Yeah.
below. Or it's in our descriptions and stuff.
Shoot me from range with a legendary scar.
What's a legendary scar?
You just get different types of quality weapons. That's another thing that's randomised, is
Right.
the quality of the weapons and where they appear.
Okay.
So you have the standard trope of like common, uncommon, rare, legendary and epic. No, epic then legendary. Yeah.
What's a scar then?
Scar's a type of gun.
Right. Like a sniper?
Just like a assault rifle.
Right, okay.
But
Any rocket launchers?
Yeah, there's rocket launchers in there. Yeah,
Oh, I love
they're a bit
them.
slow, but
Yeah.
I've never had a legendary rocket launcher.
Right.
I guess they're probably a bit quicker. But I had a legendary grenade launcher, and that's how I won the game.
All right.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah. I
Chris.
got elevation, and I flanked them, and I fired the grenade launcher into the house they were hiding in.
Right.
And the guy upstairs died, and then the guy came outside to find out what was going on, sniped him in the face.
Oh, man, what's going on?
Brilliant.
I saved the video because the PS4 constantly records like the last 20 minutes of whatever you're doing all the time.
Wicked.
So you can just press one button and it'll make a video of it. So I'll upload it.
I was going to say pop it on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Cool.
Coolio. Right, and
Chris,
me.
yeah.
You've got my music page, Chris Quinton's Music and Things.
Yep.
Kicking around doing stuff. That's so close to having stuff on it. So close. Yeah. And I'm going to be trying to focus on that over the next few weeks. And of course, I'm hanging out on the Facebook page for SNEW with the crew, answering any questions that don't come up and stuff. So, it's a bit lonely. Come and write to me. Ask me some stuff. Better give an honourable mention as usual to Libsyn and Sticher for hosting our podcast. Champions, they are.
Great guys.
Banging.
And we'll be doing some babysitting for me this week as well. They just offered. It's just good.
Nice.
Yeah. Just out the blue.
Bit of value add, hey?
Yeah.
Not just a podcast
It's a bit
host.
value add.
Yeah.
There you go. That's worth you $12 a month, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, of course, if you can share any links via any source with any of your mates, just feel free to Google SNEW with the Crew or the SNEWS Button or just another Retrocast, and you can find plenty of links to share around. That would be amazing. I think that's about everything. Should we say goodbye?
Yeah, go on then.
You've been a listener. We've been SNEW with the Crew. Thanks very much. See you next time.
Goodbye.
You'll hear us next time. If you can see us, that's a real
true.
worry.
That is a worry.
Yeah.
Howdy,
See ya.
neighbour.
Ta-da.